Hi there, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it's a general reading. So see what signs, symbols, messages, and energies resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start today with the energy oracle cards. Start with a foundational picture of the energy going on right now to have awareness of. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Grace Consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the opening message, please and thank you? Energy going on. I feel like we should do two. Let's start with your energy and then the energy going on around you. So what is the energy or advice that the collective needs to know about right now? Strategy, making plans, due diligence, asking some solid questions, doing some research. I hear playing the long game. So maybe you have long-term goals, but maybe it starts with little milestones. You have a key here to open something up, and you have the map and a compass. That's really good. Sometimes we're missing one or the other. But if you have this map, this idea, this plan, something you can foresee, and you have the compass, then it's just about taking action. But maybe you need to do a little more research first, have the correct preparations done. It does say journal, log. So maybe something in a journal, a diary, a schedule. I feel like something needs to be adjusted before you move forward with something. So maybe you need to start writing down. I'm even getting the kind of writing where you're just free writing and you just don't pick up your pen. Just keep writing ideas down and see what comes out. Maybe something that's underneath the surface or in the subconscious that needs to come out will come out that you didn't think of before, whether that's an idea, a solution, or a question. That was kind of interesting to see. Let's see what the energy is around you. It's also number 21. So the 21, it's kind of like the world, which is a big, beautiful ending that you're proud of and ready to step into a new portal, a new transition, a new chapter. But the 21 breaks down to a 3, which means you have to have the energy of creativity. So don't get so lost in analyzing something and questioning something and overthinking something. You have to use the other part of your brain that is creative and free-flowing. And I feel like maybe that's why you need to do some free writing, because you're being logical, but you're also getting in tune with your intuition. I just keep hearing your subconscious. I feel like there's an answer you were looking for, and it's been right inside of you all along. So let's see. What's the energy around you right now? So this could be your environment, energy you don't see, energy you do feel, possibly within somebody else that you're connected to. See how it resonates for you. Oh, okay. The energy around you is deceit. Somebody's not being truthful with you. This person does not look pleasant at all. It looks like they're holding on to something. You can tell that this person has a foul energy. Not good intentions. I mean, it's possible somebody comes off looking or sounding, or the words are perfect and sparkly, but something about a person or a place or an environment feels, look at that, like that, it feels off. So do use your discernment if somebody or something feels off, even if they look all sparkly and the words sound perfect, maybe their intentions are not so good. So this is coming through to have awareness of. And if you don't have awareness of it right now, you're going to have awareness of it. You're going to feel it. You're going to figure out the right way to maneuver around it, ignore it, or leave it. So let's see. Maybe that's what this strategy is about. At the bottom, you have the angel of love. So you have angelic, divine protection and help in a situation. Following your heart, opening up your heart, taking you to the right places. Now this feels beautiful. You're going to feel the difference when you're around somebody or a group or an environment like this, where it feels loving and truthful and warm and divine and inviting and unconditional, eternal. This feels beautiful. This does not. So let's see what this is all about. I never really know what to expect, but let's definitely get clarity for you guys. I kind of auto-grabbed this. So let's pull from this, but I brought one of my weird decks out today. I don't pull it out very often. It's a very unusual deck. I think it's out of print. It's called the Words of Truth. And just saying that is giving me energy, but I'm holding this. So let's do both. This is clarifying life situations. Let's just get a bridge on what this is. These could be different areas as well. I feel like that angel of love coming through, that's number 49, and the deceit card is number 25, is both helping you be in the right environment and also helping you get out of the wrong one. Whatever that is, whatever area of your life that is. You're being divinely guided, protected. I actually just hear nourished. That's beautiful. All right, let's get one card to bridge all of these. What is the bridge between strategy, deceit, and angel of love, please and thank you. Just one card. Spirit link. Yeah, you're being divinely guided. Is that what I just said? So that's coming through in this gigantic deck of cards to give you like an extra boost, an extra message. I'm gonna look for my glasses so I can read this. I hope I have them in my backpack purse, and I do. So let's see. Divinely guided. It's telling you trust the wisdom of the universe and remain open to receive guidance as your journey through life's mysteries. If there's something you don't understand, but you feel you can't quite put a finger on it, even if it's something totally different that you're trying to figure out over here, you're going to have clues. You're going to have answers. There's going to be something coming into your world that feels like the right kind of, I'm getting orb of light. It feels different. It's going to feel warm, truthful, and comfortable. I just saw a pair of slippers, like fuzzy pink slippers. That was interesting to see. So, and then it is saying you have a spirit link. Oh, there's also a lighthouse here. So it's going to guide you away from the rocks, the storms, help you head safely to the proper shores. I just thought of I Love You by Sarah McLachlan. Some of the most beautiful words in any song are in that song. It's so beautiful. I have a smile stretched from ear to ear. I see you walking down the road. We stop at the lights. I stare for a while. The world around us disappears. It's just you and me on my island of hope. The breath between us could be miles. Let me surround you, a sea to your shore. Let me be the calm you seek. But every time I'm close to you, there's so much I can say and you just walk away. Wow, I can't believe I remembered all of those words. I recited it to you guys like a poem, but those words have just always hit something in me so deep. They're so powerful and beautiful and expressive and vivid. Like she's just painting this picture. So Spirit Link is stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals, and you are going to find success. It's being in alignment. It's being high vibrational. It's recognizing when these kind of vibrations are around you and they do not serve your highest and greatest good. And it's you taking action and possibly planning a little bit to adjust yourself and move yourself towards where you feel this kind of loving energy. So I said we're going to do the words of truth, right? So this is also a gigantic deck. It's 200 cards, and I still have not figured out a proper way to shuffle or pull. They're such a strange shape. So I'm just going to kind of, I'm just going to kind of cut the deck a bunch of times and then maybe put it into, let's do 3 cards, one on strategy, one on the deceit, and one on angel of love, but we'll see how it layers. 3 cards, please. Clarity for the collective on the energy going on right now. What's going on, guys? Let's get some more awareness and insight. This 3 words of truth to help out and give insight to the collective right now. Do something. Stepping back into power. And then I pulled over this. So you planning something, making some moves, seeing the bigger picture, recognizing the map in front of you, using your spiritual compass, and taking action is going to put you back into the position of power. And it's also recognizing how powerful you are, how strong you are, how much you can do to make changes in your own life. Ooh, hold on. We got a little commercial. Maybe that was part of the reading. Hey, even when weird things happen, we continue on. But I'm going to wait for the commercial to be over and put our meditative music back on that I had on for you guys. Okay, and now we will continue. Maybe there are interruptions, but we got to keep going. So let's see, what do we need to know from this part of the words of truth about deceit, or this weird energy, or something being off, not being told the truth, actions not meeting words, not match. Do I say meeting? That's interesting. I meant matching. Or somebody having the right words but wrong intentions. Card, please. And you got indulgence. Somebody's into themselves, their ego, their personal desires, their personal agenda, maybe some manipulation. I just hear tactics. It could be that somebody overindulges on something. This person might have weird energy because they have toxins in them. They're not thinking clearly. Or it could just be a toxic kind of energy. Wow, I just thought of Britney Spears. I actually like that video though. Indulgence. Clarity on the angel of love. Please and thank you. I got all these distractions here. Maybe there's distractive energy going on. I got Rose hiding her ball. Random commercials coming on when they're not supposed to. Clarity on angel of love, please and thank you. Form. That would be the proper form. The unconditional love, truth of your heart, high vibration. It all comes back to love. But is the love around you coming in the proper form? Does it feel high vibrational? Or does it feel pushy, manipulative, constricting, something like that? But I feel like with the form coming in, something is forming. I see like a mold in your world that maybe you have to have a hand in, but is also, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Even this, look, she kind of looks like she has this spiritual mold of the heart. So I feel like you're putting attention into something, and yet your hands are being guided by the divine in a way that is helping you. It makes me think of creative energy. Sometimes you can create something and have a wonderful plan in the beginning. Let's just say it's a painting, and you have this amazing idea of what you're going to paint, and then something happens midway, and all of a sudden the painting of a dog that you were going to do ends up to be a barn with horses outside. We just changed halfway. So you have to sometimes go with the flow of creative energy. Sometimes it works out exactly according to plan, and sometimes you have to adjust your sails and be flexible in a situation. I hope whatever I said made sense. I'm kind of seeing interesting things today. So let's get a spirit message. Or I guess this one, I grabbed the spirit animal. So let's get a spirit animal message on that other card we have, which is divinely guided and a spirit link. I just thought of a singer, but I can't quite get his name. I can just see his album. Remy, or Rimi, R-I-M-I. He has some really beautiful songs, and I don't know why when I looked at that card I thought of him. I think he has one called Aphrodite. I'll find that and I'll put it below. He is an amazing singer. That's a really beautiful song, and that just gave me goosies. So, ooh, that goosies went down my leg on that one. That's a message. So here's another message. Let's see what we got. Oh, we have the swan. Interesting, because this was on the divinely guided, which is when I was talking about love, and now we have love. It's going to bring you back to the right place of love, where you're valued. You have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you've had to go through were worth it. I just thought of The Weeknd. Earned It. That's such a good song. So it's all about a soulmate here. So now, since we seem to be going towards love, let's ask some questions about love for you guys. I do think possibly this strategy might be somebody else as well, working out something in their life. And I also think that this might not have to do with love in all cases. This could be a business thing as well. I hear life change. So maybe this is life changing. or it's a change in your life. But with this underneath, I feel like it's very powerful change. Power. Gonna turn your power back on. Well, let's see. Since we have a soulmate, if you were worried if your soulmate is out there or not, they are. If you feel something deep and true, they probably feel it too. But it is possible that some of you had to go through some weird ass situations over here to recognize what you don't want, what is not right for you, to see red flags, to see the truth in a situation, to help you have divine gratitude when you find the right person, because this is going to feel different. This is not going to make you feel weird or give you anxiety or make you feel empty. I mean, the hardest part is having that deep love and thinking you might lose it or it might go away. But if this is someone coming in your life, they don't want to go away. They want to be there, or they're going to want to be. I'm thinking of that that scene in Moulin Rouge. I think they're singing Nature Boy. To be loved and be loved in return. Maybe I'll find that particular version for you. I can actually see it. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. That movie, for some reason, that movie surprisingly was amazing. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. It was an interesting take. I don't know why I want to go on a little rant about Moulin Rouge, but when things come through, I just let it out there because maybe it's important. Maybe some of you are even writers or do something in film. I don't know how they went about writing that, but when I saw it, what I thought of in my mind, I was like, wow, it's like these people, all different personalities and styles. It's like they sat at a table together and they started by throwing out their favorite song. Like, what is a song that's amazing? Put it on the table. And then sort of worked every song from Nirvana to Nature Boy to, what is the other one? Roxanne. And then there's songs that people already love. They already know, but perhaps never heard of in that way or saw them put within a beautiful, complicated story where it fit. It was kind of interesting because sometimes musicals, let's just say you're not a musical person and you go to see a musical for the first time, but you don't really know the music. Even if you enjoyed the show, it's always a different experience when you go to see a musical and you can sing along with it, or you know the songs. It almost makes you feel like you are one with it. Even though you can enjoy the show too if you don't know the music. There's something different when you know the music. And in order to create a movie that was in the general public, where not everybody's into musicals, they chose to have songs that were already in people's hearts. I don't know what I'm saying right now or why I went on a Moulin Rouge rant, but maybe that's important for somebody. How you take something somebody's already got in their heart and put it in a new area. So maybe it's presented to a specific audience that wouldn't normally hear it and it's heard. I have no idea what I said, but I hope that was helpful. But a Moulin Rouge came through strong right there. But not necessarily the movie or the story. I'm getting more the background and the maybe strategy behind how it came about. Although I didn't watch the commentary on that one. I don't actually know how they did it, but that's sort of what I thought of when I saw that. I just thought it was pretty special and different. All right, well, Moulin Rouge aside, let's get some messages from, this is the romance and love. So since you have love and the angel of love here, let's focus on the love right now. What does the collective need to know right now on love? Matters of the heart, romance, partnerships, friendships, soulmate, please and thank you. Oh, you have illusions. All right, so I asked about love, but it looks like these two go together. Seeing something clearly, seeing the reality in a situation. It says, be aware of love's illusions. See reality clearly. It's possible you're seeing somebody in particular with a beautiful, vibrant light because there is love there, but maybe actions aren't right. Something feels off. You always end up feeling empty. Even though maybe your intentions are for the best, you can see all of these possibilities, but it's telling you to ground yourself and come back to reality in a certain situation. And this doesn't have to do with a partnership that's romantic. It can be anybody that you care about and you love. You want the best for someone. You see the best in them, but I'm getting to lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink. So be aware of love's illusions and see reality clearly, but that can also go the other way. Because if you're not recognizing real love or something that's true and there and vibrant and real, because you're telling yourself it's so good that it can't be real, or you're scaring yourself away from trying something, or that could be somebody else. It just doesn't believe that something so beautiful could be possible. There has to be something wrong. Or somebody could be scared of having something truly powerful here, so they run before it's lost. So it makes them feel like they're back into power and control over a situation, but yet there's probably a lot going on inside that, even if on the surface level of that map it seems like they're in control, maybe not so much. I hope that made sense. I do feel like the illusions can go both ways. So let's get another card from this. Let's get a little clarity on the divinely guided and the soulmate that's coming in, or already here, or finding their way back to you. Whether you've met them in this life or you've signed up for this for many lifetimes. Oh, wow, you have heartbreak. Heartbreak is a part of the human experience and it will pass. That feels like that song in Nature Boy. If you don't have this in your life, or you've never had that, you don't know how to really appreciate when the right thing comes in. This is part of the human experience, and quite frankly, heartbreak really sucks. It just does. It's really hard. You can go through a lot of other things in your life, but this is hard. So it's possible you or someone else is going through this, went through it in the past, and you're healing from it. You can't really prevent this, but to not try and to not give something a go and to not take a chance on something that could be beautiful, no matter if it's short-lived or long-term or forever. To not try something because you're afraid of this means you never have the experience. And if this happens, because you had an experience, it means you're going to grow, you're going to heal, you're going to learn. You learn more about yourself. You learn how to set boundaries, what works, what doesn't work, what you will and will not do, and recognize what is good for you and what is not. And truly value beautiful love when it's in your life, in whatever form it is, whether that's a friend, a family member, a lover, a partner. Love comes in many forms, and heartbreak can be losing a friend who it's not always a lover. And it is part of the human experience. I like that phrase, this too shall pass. I think that's a beautiful phrase. I'm going to show you this at the bottom because I put it upright. And this has spirit link and divinely guided, and you do have a spark here. I like, was I saying the phrase, this too shall pass, because that's also, it's kind of how I read cards. Everything is two sides of a coin. If you're only ever looking at the one side, you're missing the deeper part. We all have parts inside of us that are our subconscious and deep and darker facets, and we also have beautiful facets. So when you look at everything as a whole, you get a clearer perspective of the spherical energy, not just the 2D perspective on something, because nothing is flat surface. Everything's deeper. And if you have some sparks here, and this is what you're being guided towards, seeing clearly, leaving illusions, healing from heartbreak, not deceiving yourself if it's real, and not deceiving yourself if it's not right. Then when you get these kind of sparks, it's saying to keep the sparks flying and surprise each other with gestures of love. I like that this reading is actually all over the place, because that's realistic. It's not all one big happy story. There are so many different chapters in our stories, our pasts, our possible futures, and where we are now. It's not cookie cutter, the same for everyone, and it's probably really complicated. So this message is coming through so you remember when this right thing comes in. Don't let something fizzle away if you have this kind of chemistry. If you feel this romantic, divinely guided soulmate connection in your life, where it's a person you're around that feels like you're in your right form, you're your true self and comfortable, and you are each powerful in your own right. I hear whole. And remember to keep it interesting. So that's the message coming through. Just keep dating. Keep doing things that make you feel young. Keep inspiring each other. Surprise each other. Don't get complacent and plateaued and too lost in what you have to do in your strategy of your everyday life and goals and situations. Keep a little bit of interest in there. Throw that damn monkey wrench in that situation every once in a while. I don't know, I see like interesting dates. It's kind of cool. I actually just thought of a cool date that my sister's husband, when they first started dating, what he did for her, he surprised her. He said, wear this, I'm picking you up here, and then I'm going to surprise you. And then he had a hot air balloon ride waiting for her. I mean, that's pretty cool. And it doesn't, maybe you're going to be surprised with something. It doesn't have to be that extravagant. It could be something simple. Picnic, some wine, go to a cool spot, sit there and listen to some music, hopefully without weird commercials like that came on here. But whatever it is, keep somebody guessing a little bit. Always keep that spice alive somehow, and don't forget what it was like when you first met, when you're first falling in love. And sometimes you have to plan it. You have to get together and say, every other Friday, We are getting a babysitter, or we are going to meet up no matter what. And if it can't happen on a Friday because reality sits in, even though you want it to be, the rain check has got to happen. That's a 100% has to guarantee. It will have to be in the next couple days, and we will schedule it in. Just make it happen. However it is, whatever you do with someone else. It can be once a month, every other day. Keep it spicy every night. Whatever you have to do, there is a way to keep these sparks alive. Yeah, we all hit different times in our life where maybe everything, you're just stressed out. It's just not the time. You have to handle some things. You got to get to work. It's just, but you still have to make that effort. You can't get so lost into reality and responsibility where you forget to have fun. Having fun is important. Laughing is important. Having good conversations is important. These could be amazing conversations that mentally get you stimulated and excited, that bring some ideas. I see that table with Moulin Rouge to bring some awesome ideas to the table, even if it has to be plans for the future. Maybe you're talking about dreams. Maybe somebody never knew your dreams. So this was an interesting reading so far. It was kind of all over the place. I felt like there were many different little messages for each of you. I don't think that this was one particular overall situation, but I think that's good. So let's jump into the tarot. Let's see what's going on, guys. What tarot should we use though? Ooh, this one. This seems very appropriate. It kind of looks like the cover of that. It's called Dreams Within Dreams. Let's just get a picture of the situation going on or the energy around you right now. Advice on how to navigate and maneuver with your spiritual compass on this energetic map of awesome possibilities. Please and thank you. What does the collective need to know? What's going on right now to be helpful and insightful? Please and thank you. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, you're gonna have smoother waters ahead. I love the Six of Swords. I know different readers read this card differently, but I always feel like it means smoother sailing ahead. I just heard Ticket to Ride, the Beatles. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. Huh, that was interesting. It looks like somebody is here giving you a helpful ride, though. It looks like you're going through weird territory because there are definitely shadows. This is an interesting version of it. There are shadows, almost like skulls in the water, and these shadows here and illusions in the sky. Weird faces like that dude in the water. And it looks like that's that storm you're leaving, and you're heading over here where everything is clearing away. You are being helped and guided, or you are the one stepping into the position of power here to help navigate. I actually hear transport somebody, move somebody, help somebody move. Maybe you're actually moving, but towards smoother waters. This is where you go through some stuff in your mind, and yet this card somehow, even though it's a swords card, is always connected to water somehow. So there's some form of emotion that needs to have conscious awareness of with this kind of clarity and lessons that you learn to move you forward. It's taking the lessons you need, helping them navigate your sails, your boat, your movement, and leaving all the crap that didn't work behind you. You take your map, you take your compass, you take your power, you take yourself, you take your love, you take all that you learned here. Put this spiritual spark back into your world and let it guide you. And possibly somebody is going with you. And know that you have this lighthouse here if you hit weird territory in the future. Because here you have the compass to know when there's such a big storm, you don't want to go out in the storm. Or how to strategize and make the appropriate plans to have the right tools or things you need to go into that storm. This is when you learn to put up your sails, and before you couldn't figure it out. You were getting lost and trapped in this illusion land, weird waters, and it's usually where you had to learn something and gain clarity on it. Sometimes, well, let's say upside down, you're going into the wrong territory again, or you know how to do something, but you're deciding to repeat a cycle because you were more comfortable in that wacko storm with the shadows and illusions going on in the sky because that was what you know, instead of going somewhere different and seeing if somewhere different that feels different and unusual, even if you don't know it yet, could possibly be better. I hope that made sense. And sometimes it's simply going across water. Like actually just going across some water, going over a bridge, crossing an ocean. Clarity on the Six of Swords, please. What is this movement about? Please and thank you. Oh, wow. You have a High Priestess. This movement is about you truly following your intuition and your divine guidance, trusting your connection to Source, God, the universe. You have this necklace on your heart and it's glowing. This is also spiritual protection. This is not needing anybody else to have to understand why you know something, why you feel something, how you connect. It's an inner knowing. Sometimes she does keep things quiet. The High Priestess is not the one that uses gifts without integrity and goes into people's energies where she is not had permission to go in. It's using those spiritual gifts for lower vibrational purposes, and therefore the messages and the outcomes of those gifts is lower vibration. It's not for the highest, greatest good of all, and sometimes it comes back and bites. Karma comes back to bite. But when it's in the highest vibration, the High Priestess is just so powerful. She knows when to speak, when not to speak, who's ready to hear her messages and who is not. She does not go in order. She might give you lesson 4,832 and a half first, because that's where you are on your journey to understand that spiritual lesson. And then she'll take you back to lesson 2 3/4. I don't know why I just thought of the hat of the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. And I don't know what that number is on his hat. Maybe you know what number that is. If you know that number, put it in the comments below. Also, thank you. I know this is in between the reading, but thank you so much for liking these videos and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Every like that you do or comment that you make, or just being here and connecting to your beautiful energy helps this channel, helps me, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. So let's continue here with this High Priestess. It might mean you have to keep something to yourself for a little while, but it's telling you to recognize how intuitive and divinely guided you are, and trust it. Sometimes you can't put it into words or explain it. It's a knowing. But she's super high vibration. Direct connection to source. Wise and knowledgeable. Definitely powerful. Independent. And strong. Clarity on the High Priestess. Please and thank you. I feel like these look like, I don't know why I'm looking at these two together. Like her necklace. And she has these orbs around her. And it reminds me of this. So maybe it has to do with the High Priestess and keeping certain sparks flying with gestures of love. Because even though the High Priestess is often just by herself, she deserves love too. It was kind of an interesting message with that. Oh my goodness, these commercials. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna... I did not know this random meditational channel that I put on had commercials. I think all the other ones I had did not. So let's continue. We have to just go with the flow. What else do we need to know that will be helpful on number 2? That's a major arcana, the High Priestess. Yeah, you got a soulmate. All right. You have the Six of Cups. So if, hopefully that's a good kind of multitasking here. The Six of Cups to me is a soulmate. It is absolutely. Where is that? Where is that card? Where's your soulmate card? The Swan. It's somebody that you've known. I see this as a past life card, or somebody coming back from the past, or this innocent, beautiful, true, it can be sexy kind of love, but there's also an innocent clarity and purity to the love of the Six of Cups. Sometimes it is having children, grandchildren. This could be part of a plan for some of you if children are involved. But trust you will be divinely guided in this situation, especially if there are young souls involved. Because children can feel the truth of love. And if this is you tapping into your inner child, that's where you're going to keep the sparks flying. To keep something fun, youthful, free, open. There is a lot of flowers in this card, so maybe gifts, maybe tulips and roses. I kind of see lilacs and hydrangeas as well, and there's butterflies, but these two younger energies are just enjoying each other's company. So here it's nostalgia, getting lost in the past, getting sometimes lost in the illusions of nostalgia. So you remember something and you remember all the great parts, but you're forgetting the big old red flags that were there in a situation. Or there were a couple things that didn't go right. There was some heartbreak that you had, hurt and pain that you had, and then you let that swallow how much may have been amazing. And then get scared to have anything else because you're forgetting how much you learned and grew from it. So don't get lost in the past. But if the past is coming back, especially if the past is something you feel is meant to be in the now and try to make more memories for the future. That's always how I see this card. But I do see this as sometimes a past life partnership too. So if this is somebody that you have not met yet and you are just gonna meet, you're gonna feel like you've always known them and not know why. It's gonna make no sense to you at all. And you're probably gonna feel like you are this big, powerful Where is she? High Priestess here. Where, you just know how do you know this person? You just met them 5 minutes ago, or 2 weeks ago, or 3 years ago. But when you first met them, it was something that was different. Well, because your souls are connected. So let's just see. Let's see what's over here. I don't know these cards that much. At the bottom, you have the 4 of Coins, which is kind of interesting card to have, because this is definitely a twofold card for me. This is multi-messages. If you are holding on to something so tightly that you're not opening yourself up to outflow and inflow of anything to be new, then there's going to be a lack of growth. So whether, I mean, this is, it seems to be love, but it could be a money message coming through here at the end too. So it is telling you, in the typical meaning, pay attention to your finances, see how you can adjust something so you can save for a rainy day. Don't overspend on frivolous things that you do not need. It's saving, but you also have to find a way with this card to have some kind of outflow or inflow that can be moving, so something can grow. Otherwise it's just like, what is that, like Scrooge McDuck, like building up the coins, never doing anything with it, never using it, never sharing it. It's just there and it's getting all dusty, and then he kicks the bucket and there's just all these coins and not even anyone to leave it to. So it's like the miser emperor wannabe. Don't be a miser in a situation. Try to see how something can expand and grow. See where you can plant some of these coins, whether that's coins of love, something monetary, or something that can create abundance in your world. But you have to take some of those seeds and plant a garden so it can bring prosperity in. And that's wealth. But what is wealth for you? Is it health? Is it time? Is it freedom? Is it love? Is it comfort and security? They're just questions to ask yourself, possibly to ask somebody else. But the 4 coins can be holding on to something a little too tight, which constricts true growth. So instead of just taking all of this love, or taking all of these ideas, or taking all of this energy and just burying it in the backyard, it's having some adjustments with knowing what you can have to save and what you can put towards something that can grow. I hope that made sense. And that's kind of strange that a coins card came in like that, but as this reading has been flowing, different messages have come through. So let's clarify that with one more from a different deck. This one. This is the Art of Life. Let's get one more tarot card. I see this right next to this right now. So it is possible some of this and it looks like this person is kind of doing that weird, holding all those coins. So maybe somebody was holding on to something, being deceitful about maybe something financial or why they want something. Using money as manipulation somehow. That was kind of a weird thing to see, but maybe that makes sense to you, or that's something that will come to light here. I mean, it's kind of into like money is important. That's how we get by. Money is absolutely important. But money often brings reason for heartbreak to come into our life. I mean, not every relationship and not every situation, but sometimes that is a catalyst towards why something doesn't work out or why something needs to change. But when it's like two energies that can work well together, I see that table. I don't know why I keep going back to Moulin Rouge for you guys, but I do. Where it's that table where your ideas are all valuable and everything gets put on the table. The possibilities of maybe two partners or two people working together is not that miser energy. It's the Emperor and the Empress, the divine masculine and feminine, or however that works out for balance, because it's always a balance. It's not man, woman. It's masculine, feminine energy working together. We all have masculine and feminine in us. But if there's two people working together like that and everything is open, then it's like a beyond power couple kind of situation, not a kind of a controlling weird thing. I'm not even sure what I said right there. I'm just sort of looking at different cards here and connecting the dots on different situations. So I do feel like there's different situations for each of you watching, but I'm also getting within each of your lives, maybe different situations you're thinking about. Let's get one card to bridge this all together, please and thank you. Oh, nice. I like this. It's justice. So it could have to do with the justice system, but it's making just decisions, fair, balanced. I hear rational, but it's always balance between your higher self and what you need grounded, your head and your heart, your masculine, your feminine. It's overall balance of energy in your life. Sometimes this comes through, so a big ass decision is made, because making a decision, perhaps it starts with all this strategy, but once a decision is made or something is changed, everything feels different. Because if you're constantly in a state of imbalance, it's just uncomfortable. You know, and things are going to keep coming by until it forces you to see you have to readjust something. Justice. Sometimes you have to take that bird's eye view of a situation too. The overall map of something. Sometimes when justice comes through too, it does take someone like the High Priestess. Let's say it could go both ways. It could take that, where does she go? The High Priestess, seeing something through the eyes of the divine with a spiritual light, to see the truth in a matter where sometimes with this, people are so self-involved, or sometimes so heartbroken, or sometimes so set in the 3D world that they forget the higher perspective of situation. And someone like this could come in, or you're tapping into that to see something through a spiritual lens, which is usually peaceful and loving, but also realistic. And sometimes it could also be somebody like this. As if this is somebody in your life that loves you unconditionally, they're going to want the best for you, no matter which direction this justice card takes you. Because people that truly love you want to see you do your best. They want you to be balanced. They want you to experience love. They want you to reach your goals. They want you to love your life. Not be deceitful to you, so you don't have what you deserve. There were so many messages that came through here. So this, it says, oh, I like this. It's actually Van Gogh. And it says, this above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as night the day, thou earnest not, then be false with any man. William Shakespeare. If you're true to yourself, you don't have to backtrack anything here because you spoke the truth every time. And if you're coming from the truth of your heart, your soul, the depth of who you are, you just are accepting of every facet of you. We're all really complicated. Nobody's perfect. Sometimes we learn, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we need to repeat a lesson a couple times until we get it and elevate. And sometimes you get something right away. Sometimes you have these plans and they work, and sometimes the plans go right out the window and you're on a different map all of a sudden, and you have to explore new territory. But if you're being true to yourself, where's that power card? In your true form, with your connection to your higher self. That's power. It's not having to overpower anyone. It's just love. You're the power of love. Wow, there's so many cards in front of me, guys. All right. Woo! This is an intense one today. Hey! So, didn't expect that. Let's do a bird message because that deck of cards just seems to make me happy. Where are we at? Oh yeah, we're a little. One more. Let's just get a quick message to sum this up. Sometimes these have some really nice final things. One more message for the collective. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I love you all so much. I think this, I kind of enjoyed this reading. I feel like so many messages came through though that I'm not sure what they were, but I don't know. I kind of feel like somehow they were inspiring. I feel like you're heading towards someplace pretty beautiful. Oh yeah, you are. You got the heron. Oh, that's like this deck's version, I feel, of the High Priestess. Ah, what a beautiful bird. I have so many cards here. I don't even know where my glasses are. All right, this is number 16, the heron. Let's read this for you guys. I almost sat on my glasses. Heron, I am Heron, the ally of the mystic. I am stable, I am focused and alert. I am at peace. That's that peaceful energy. I never miss a ripple in the great pool. Where's that six? Wherever that six of swords is here. I am the gift of concentration. I am self-reliance and the inherent strength to stand alone. But I just think I heard REM. Stand in the place where you live, and now that don't think about direction, wonder why you... Wow, I haven't heard that song in so long. That was such a weird song to pop through. Maybe something in those words. I haven't listened to that in forever. So now is the time for rest and meditation. You're going to be divinely guided. It doesn't mean this beautiful partnership isn't going to come back or heal right now or be there in the future for you. But right now, what you need to do is step into your own power. And it's the stillness that allows greater purpose. I am self-reliance, the inherent strength to stand alone. Now is the time for rest and meditation. You must find your center and then ground yourself in it. I am perfect timing. Never moving too soon. That's the High Priestess for sure. She knows exactly when to make her move. And never striking too late. I am the knowledge that everything has its perfect moment in the cosmos. If you're trying to push something, it's time to just let it go. That's that Four of Pentacles energy. holding on to something or pushing something to happen, instead of having like a flowing energy of what is manifesting or of abundance. Wait for the undercurrent and see what it brings. I am humble, having mastered the silence of non-action. There is a purification in acceptance. Where is that? Wherever that illusion card is. I have too many cards in front of me. I mean, it could be acceptance of this and seeing how it has brought you growth. And acceptance in also this when it comes in, and that illusion which I cannot seem to find right now. So let's continue. There is wellness in letting things be what they are. 'Tis what it is. You are meditation. You are beauty. And wow, you are balance. Wherever, I have so many cards here, I don't even know where it is. Wherever that justice card is here, you are balance. You are the calm center of your universe, and you are Heron. And with that, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day or evening, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.